For over 1,000 years, Western civilization has been stuck in a dark age of sexual repression and misinformation. We get an oversexed overload from the media, but nothing in the way of honest, helpful, practical information on sex and how to do it right. That sucks, and I'm fucking sick of it. My name's JV Altheras, and I've spent a couple decades learning everything I can about how to have amazing sex and more of it. Not in a classroom like a lot of people who talk about sex. I learned it all in the gutter, right where Mom told me I'd end up. It's my mission to bring an end to the sexual dark age with brutally honest talk and education on all aspects of sex and sexuality, in an atmosphere that will keep you entertained without treating you like an idiot. Shara and I are not doctors. Certifiable, perhaps, but not certified in any way. And that means we don't have to talk about vaginas and penises to maintain academic credibility. You got a problem with a vagina? Call a gynecologist. You want to learn more about pussies and cocks and how to make them happy? You've come to the right place. Ending the Sexual Dark Age is now sponsored by the internet's most trusted name in adult toys. A happy pussy likes to play more often. AdamandEve.com is offering you guys half off on your choice of thousands upon thousands of vibrators and dildos and cock rings and strap-ons, nipple clamps, porn DVDs, butt plugs, pocket pussies, anything else you can imagine to either get yourself off or have some fun with your playmate. As always, we highly recommend making sex toys part of your sex life, and right now, AdamandEve.com is only asking for one chance to impress you. They're offering an awesome deal in support of ending the sexual dark age, and the whole thing goes a little like this. By typing Dark Age, all one word, for the offer code at checkout, you will get 50% off the most expensive item in your cart, with a few exceptions, free shipping, 3 free porn DVDs, and a sexy free mystery gift. Free DVDs are selected randomly and added to your order before they ship. AdamandEve.com is willing to damn near pay you to get off. So stop by, enter DARKAGE at checkout, and proceed to collect on an awesome deal. Or just follow one of the links on sexualdarkage.com. And if you like surfing on your smartphone, be sure to check out Adam and Eve's new mobile site. Yes, you too can buy dildos right from your iPhone now, thanks to Adam and Eve. Greetings, and welcome at long last to episode 60.
Woohoo.
As
Episode
usual... 60. Shara is looking to get herself in trouble today.
Not looking. I just, I'm playful. I think if you ask listeners if playful's fun, most of them would agree playful is fun, especially those from the swing set. I'd say playful is very fun.
And we have a definition problem sometimes with playful, princess.
I don't have a problem. I know exactly what playful means.
So, it has been a while since our last episode.
Yes, but we have over 1 million downloads.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes,
it's all your hard work.
Yes, sometime last month, we passed the 1 million download mark, and I don't honestly know what that means in comparison to other people's podcasts, because it's not like anybody really publishes their statistics, but it certainly seems like a nice round number that's worth being proud of.
I think it's something that says, JV, you do good work.
And so do you, Shara.
Oh, thank you.
And sometimes you even do good work with your clothes on.
Well, thank you. I sure hope when we're at work, I'm wearing clothes.
Well, yeah, most of the time. I did make her whip out her titties so I could nibble on them today while we were at work. Yes,
you did. That was very fun.
Made her lock the door to her office and whip them right out.
It was very fun. And I wonder how many of our guys realize that, I've been fucked on the table there that they weld at every day.
Probably none of them.
I know. But I just wonder if they think about that. If they go, I wonder.
I'm guessing they probably don't, but who knows what people wonder?
Who knows? I'm not going to go ask them.
They might wonder what it'd be like to fuck their women in the shop.
They might.
I believe, yes, they all have women.
Yes, they do. Every single one of them.
As opposed to men or sheep or any of the other lifestyle choices people might be able to make.
Okay, so moving forward.
So, Shara mentioned something on Facebook this week that I want to talk a little bit about on the show. The little wooden box that we keep in the back. So, why don't you explain it?
Well,
because that kind of originated with you.
Well, it had to do with us being so very busy, and I, of course, love giving blowjobs, and I know it's not the favorite thing for a lot of people to do, but it is for me for some reason. I'm not sure. But I was kind of bummed out that I wasn't getting that time with you because we were so busy at work.
Yeah, a lot. Basically, for a significant period of time between you being busy taking care of illnesses in the family, I don't need to get too specific on that, but you've been taking care of people in your family who've been sick and, tied up a lot, and we've been very busy at the shop, and most of our sex turned into quickies.
Right. And not the right kind of tied up either, I might say. It's
Right.
very tied up, but not in a good way.
And quickies are great.
They are.
But when they are all you have time for,
Not so much.
yeah.
And so I felt that the distractions were getting in the way of us having fun. So I thought, wouldn't it be kind of good if we, had at least one blowjob a week?
And I, of course, was a big fan of that idea.
Of course. Of course, I wanted more than one a week, but just getting one in a week was going to be success. So if I failed to give you a blowjob by Sunday, we set Sunday as the day, then I had to put a penny in. And we all know how I am.
And that's in a little wooden box.
Yes. You just like saying wood.
Well, you know what? I'm not the only one who likes it when I say wood. But
You're right.
it was mostly for clarification purposes, as we had not explained to the audience what was being done with the pennies. So you could have said put a penny in. They could have meant, they could have thought you meant put it up your butthole or something. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
It could be going anywhere, really.
Very true. Very true.
It's not a good place for a penny.
But I think I explained it on my little rant that I put on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. No, you explained it on Facebook.
But anyway, so if I failed, I put a penny in, and we all know that I, don't like to lose, or I might be somewhat competitive. Nicely competitive, though. Mostly against myself. And so if it accrued too many pennies, I was not happy. So we finally got it down to no pennies. That meant I not only did a blowjob every week, but I did extra because I got rid of all those pennies. Because at one time we had, I want to say at the most, 12 pennies in there. Maybe 13?
No, I don't think it was. I think 12 is... If it was 12, that was the most.
So, okay, let's even say 10. That's 10 weeks, no blowjobs, right? So that's like, I looked at those pennies accruing, and it just really bothered me, which I know it bothered you. Oh, here goes week 1, and I'm thinking Sunday I'm going to get a blowjob. Nope, it passed. Here comes week 2, and I'm going to get a blowjob. Nope, it passed. So it was accruing, and
and part of the game is that Shara has to ask me for permission to blow me.
Yes. And so, like, he might decide to fuck me, and I can, immediately say, may I please give you a blowjob, master? And he'll say yes, but then I know he's still going to want to fuck me. So I'm getting it in there, but here's the other part of me, and that's considered, in my opinion, cheating, because unless I do a blowjob from beginning to end, in my opinion, it doesn't count. But I did get a couple of freebies in there that he let me get away with by saying that. But it's
you could have gamed the system, and I give you credit for not gaming the system. I mean, you could have been like, you could have waited till I had one eye still open, at the end of the night when I'm trying to go to sleep to get up for work early in the morning, and asked me then when you knew I was much less likely to have the energy for it.
Oh, but you never say no to a blowjob.
Don't.
No, you don't. So the one eye closed, I would have had to wait till you were completely asleep, and I knew you were in a deep, deep sleep, and I know when you are in a deep, deep sleep, and then went over there and said, Master, can I please give you a blowjob? But to be honest, I think you'd still answer me and say, sure, go ahead.
I believe I would.
I believe you would too. So yes, to me, cheating the system would have been,
No, but I give you credit for,
Thank you.
For not taking that path, because, certainly you could have.
Yes, that would bother me though.
People might have.
Yes, that would have bothered me a great deal. So anyway, we got to all the pennies being gone. And so then I said, well, now, how about if we put a nickel or a dime or a quarter in for every time I give you a blowjob? And then if I miss a week or I miss a day or whatever, if it goes a week and I don't, then we take that out. So now I'm accruing nickels.
Wait, I want to go back to the miss a day thing. Are you not committing to daily blowjobs? Because that would be fine.
I would love to do.
Certainly there are times that it's not terribly practical, but hey.
I would love to do daily blowjobs. Remember how many times I used to give you a blowjob in the office?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I'd love to go back to that.
That was when we had less people working there, though.
Yeah. Now we have a crew now, so it's
trying to find like a 20 or 25 minute stretch when nobody needs either one of us is just not practical.
I'm telling you, Especially those young ones. They find me every time I turn around. I'm thinking I have a moment of peace, and here come one of the young guys.
Yeah, when that happens, send them to find me because that means they don't have enough to do.
I know.
They'd rather what I think it is if they're going to be doing work on behalf of one of us, yours is more likely to be in the air conditioning. So I think they're looking for you first.
Oh, well, maybe I just have to think of some jobs that are not in the air conditioning. How's that sound?
You should.
I will.
We've still got a whole parking lot to clean.
That'll do it.
I sent them out there to do that before. They phoned it in. They're going to clean that parking lot. So anyway, we digress.
We did. So anyway, so now I have 2 nickels in there since we finished up the pennies, and those were, and actually there would have been a third, except for it was on the day that I would have had to take a nickel out, and
right.
So there would have been 3, but the week is not over yet.
That's true.
I know.
Also, in other news, Shara is no longer allowed to shave her own pussy.
I can't stand it. I love being like nice and naked down there. That's just who I am.
I understand that. And what's the rule?
Baby soft. Go to master and tell him that I need to be shaved.
Right. And how many times have you ever done that and I didn't shave you?
Well, there are a couple times I've asked and you said okay, but it's not like I went and got the shaving cream and the water, because you usually do that. It's
right.
part of the whole process, and
yeah.
And so, but there have been a couple times. That's when I decide, okay, I can't stand it anymore, and shame on me, because you leave for work and I'm taking the shower and decide,
And you cut yourself.
And I cut myself.
And you take my pussy out of commission.
Well, that's when you have to use the mouth. There are always other holes.
Yeah, so now the rule is Shara does not get to shave her own pussy anymore, which also works out well for her because I always have to do a quality control inspection with my tongue after I am done shaving a pussy.
Now, see, that just makes me want to come. That is good news. Yep. Okay. I forgot about that stupid xylophone.
B for blush.
I thought that xylophone was hidden. What is wrong with these kittens around here? I thought they would get rid of them for me. They're supposed to be my friend.
Baby, the cats aren't working for either one of us.
Yeah, I know. So, anyway.
Yes.
So that's the game. And and I think it's a good game for couples to put some fun in it. And it doesn't have to be a blowjob. It could be having sex.
No, I mean, it could be anything. And I think it has been an entertaining way for us to kind of take control of situations when we did not have that much time to spend together.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it has been overall a very good, very healthy thing for us.
I do too. It's been fun, and I'm looking forward to more. I want that whole wooden box to be filled with nickels. I do. I see a whole few weeks coming up here.
Well, do you want me to find you some more dicks to suck, baby?
Well, does that count? Because it's supposed to be you in the blowjob.
We'll have to negotiate that.
Okay, we can talk.
I mean, I am a voyeur, so.
I know. But that would have to be a different box, I think.
Out of the question.
There would probably have to be a different box, because I have the box for you.
No, I'd say that's appropriate. Okay.
Yeah. I just see a whole...
Motion granted.
Yeah, I see quite a few blowjobs coming up in the next, say, week for you. Yeah, a daily. Did you get your daily Tribune? Oh. No, but I'll take that blowjob. Okay, so I think I know I didn't do drugs because I don't do drugs. I don't really drink alcohol because you tell me that it just, puts me into la-la land.
You're such a lightweight.
I am. So I'm feeling kind of spunky today, and I'm just not sure what it is. I am.
I don't know what it is either.
So let's talk about something else.
Okay, so to do a quick wrap up here, we came back from Vegas. We had a fantastic time in Vegas. We got to meet our medical advisor and his wife.
Yes, wonderful people.
Yeah, we got to hang out with them quite a bit. That was a lot of fun.
I love them.
Yep, fun, sexy people.
Mm-hmm.
We met many fun, sexy people in Vegas. We did learn a few things about the porn convention, like the entire world is there trying to get interviews. We learned that. So if you want any chance at having a decent interview, you better book it in advance.
Mm-hmm.
We also did kind of slap that all together at the last minute. And we did not do things that we should have done, like, having business cards made. We're standing in the hotel lobby, and I'm like, we really should probably have some business cards. Because
okay,
our
though.
regular vanilla manufacturing business cards are not of tremendous use in that
Well,
Milieu.
and in fairness to you, we were very busy right before we left, and then also we were meeting up with your brother and his girlfriend, so it was kind of like
Yeah. Oh, yeah. First time I partied with my brother in a long time. That guy fucking parties like I did when I was 20.
crack me up. Here we are laying in bed, and 2:00 in the morning, and so much more has happened prior to this that it was just hilarious. But 2:00 in the morning, the phone rings, and I go, "It's your brother," and I just knew it was him, so I just grabbed the phone and handed it to JV, and sure enough, it was his brother.
Yeah,
and
this poor girl at the front desk who, I mean, you know, I would imagine working the front desk at a nice Vegas hotel is among the more entertaining jobs that one could have. I mean, because you certainly would see quite a cast of characters. But yeah, it's like 2:00 in the morning, and this poor lady from the front desk is like, "Sir, there is someone down here who claims to be your brother. Can we give him your room number or a key to your room, please?"
please.
Yeah, and the way she said it was like, "Can you take this guy off our hands?" So,
As soon as she said claims, that was another signal.
well, yeah, but I mean, you know, it's not. I mean, who else is going to be down there claiming to be my brother? You know, but I mean, in all
It's
fairness,
how she said it, though.
Yeah, in all fairness, it could have been anyone. But yeah, so I tell her it's okay to give him the room number, and 5 minutes later, my loaded brother is stumbling down the hallway. He forgot what the room number was, but he knew what floor it was. So he's
JV.
knocking on every door,
JV.
calling my name.
JV. And I was cracking. I said, and JV didn't hear it as soon as I did. I knew it was him. I'm going, JV, your brother is knocking on other people's doors. I said, quickly, get in the hall and get him in here.
And part of me is like, fuck it, welcome to Vegas, baby. Welcome to Vegas.
So we get his brother in there, and he is just so wasted and just, you know. And it was nice, though. I mean, I loved how he put his arm around me and said, thank you for taking care of me. And, you know, it was cute, you know, because we haven't seen him in, you know, other than at holidays and things like that when he comes to visit.
Yeah,
so,
we don't exactly party at Christmas, you know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you guys do a good job, but not quite like that. It was.
We make a valiant effort of it.
But anyway, so, and then wonderful time with our medical advisors. And for any of you who do go to Vegas a lot, if you are on Facebook, the My Vegas slot game, we accrued so many points.
Oh yeah, that was well worth it. I mean, it's playing stupid slot machine video games on Facebook, and you earn points. And I mean, you can't use them for absolutely everything. It's only for MGM hotels.
Well,
so.
I did get our room upgraded to the health and fitness.
Yeah,
room.
We got a room upgrade. What did we eat? We ate one free meal a day. Mm-hmm. And I mean, these were, you know, decent meals at decent restaurants.
Oh, what was that one that we went to every morning?
The Avenue Cafe at the MGM Grand. If you are in Vegas looking for some stellar Eggs Benedict, it can be found at the Avenue Cafe at the MGM Grand.
And I am an Eggs Benedict lover. And I got the spicy one and you got the regular one. But it was really good with my Bloody Mary in the morning. And since I don't really drink, that was just a fun way to start the day.
Well, yeah, nothing says vacation like Bloody Marys at 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you know.
So anyway, it was great, but it was buy one, get one free type of a thing for the meal. So we did quite well with that.
Yeah, and we got buy one, get one free monorail passes, and we used the monorails
a lot.
Really extensively. Yeah, we used the monorails a lot.
And we went to see Love. It was buy one, get one free.
Oh, yeah. The Beatles Love, which is our first Cirque du Soleil show. Mm-hmm. Fantastic show. Wow, yes. Was that cool.
It was.
And I mean, it was, Love is at the Mirage, and it is the smallest theater of any of the Cirque shows. So it really is kind of an intimate type of show. And I mean, you just have to see, I had an entirely new respect for those performers.
It was great.
You see snippets of it on television, but you don't have any idea what these acrobats are capable of. It's amazing.
It was amazing, and we ended up getting buy two get two free so your brother.
Yeah,
and his
so we
were
sitting in $150 seats for $75 a piece.
Mm-hmm. So it was great. So if you do go on Facebook and you have a chance, and and you play the game, and add me as a friend, and I'll make sure to. Give you the extra coins and all that come that way with having friends. But anyway, it's really well worth it.
Oh, and I, Captain Sweettooth, had finally a cronut, which, for those of you who have never heard of it before, it is a cross between a croissant and a donut. It's basically croissant dough that is fried like a donut. And it was all right, but I don't know. I mean, it wasn't that good.
I know that bottom lip of yours is coming down, like saying, "Yeah,
It
no."
wasn't that good.
I can see your approval rating right away by your face, and I can see the disapproval on your face right away. And I knew as soon as he took a bite, it was, yeah, it's okay. So anyway, so the Vegas trip though was great, and the medical advisor and his wife, phenomenal people, and I can't wait to go back and see them again, and hopefully soon.
We might have to make it to Vegas before the porn show next year.
Oh, I know
but we
have
definitely
to.
have to go for the porn show.
Yes, but
we have to prepare. We have to show up a day earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good though. I mean, we learned a lot. We'll definitely make the most of it next year.
Yeah, I think it was good, but I'm thinking in the next couple months we need to go.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, so.
But we're also busy.
I know.
So.
I know. But, I'm thinking blowjob every day in Vegas.
Well, blowjob every day, no matter where we are, sounds like a good idea to me.
Oh, I think so too. But the environment in Vegas just makes you just want to do it everywhere. Anyway.
Yeah, so as something we talked about towards the end of last year that we are getting ready to get going on, Project Freegasm. We have a handful of couples who are interested, and those of you who I've been emailing back and forth with a couple of you, we will be looking to set up a time to get together with the dominants in June so we can kick everything off. That's very, very exciting. Mm-hmm. That we've been kind of building up to for a long time, not necessarily because it's it's been a rough road or anything, but because it's been one of those things that has been difficult to get around to.
Right.
Let's see. And, is there any other news?
Well, we're going to be on the swing set tomorrow.
That's right, yes. So tomorrow we are recording with the swing set.
We're going to cover a couple of topics that a few of our listeners have that's not really something that JV or I have a lot of familiarity with, but we're sure that the swing set people have.
Yeah, and it's kind of been our motto that if we don't know, we probably know who to ask.
We search it out till we find the answer.
In this case, yeah. So there are a couple of topics that we have. I know one listener in particular is going to be very happy that we're talking about two of his topics.
He's been asking for 2 years.
Yes, he's been very patient, and I hope he's still listening. Because he could have gotten mad at me by now. But, yeah, and so the game plan with the swing set folks is we're going to do a jumbo episode, and then it will be released in both our feed and their feed.
At the same time, right?
Yeah, we're going to schedule the releases so that they release together.
Yeah.
Because it's always best when everyone releases together.
Oh, I like that.
And that can be tough with 5 or 6 people, Talk about the timing required.
Oh, you're such a perv. I love it. Okay.
I love you too, babe. So, why are you blushing, calling me a perv?
I know. I was blushing before, and I'm not sure why, but...
No, that was no good.
No, it was fine. It was fine. So, anyway, that's all. I'm going to say let's end this early because I just can't stop blushing, and then the xylophone is,
Yeah, so we're going to make this, we're making this kind of a quick episode, but we will be following this up very soon with the swing set episode. We have some exciting stuff coming up. It looks like we're going to be able to interview a phone sex operator, which is really cool.
Yes.
We want to try and do more interviews, which we have said before.
And you were asked to be interviewed.
Yes. I have been invited by an attorney, a divorce attorney, specifically a men's law divorce attorney, to come on his show and talk about better sex and how better sex can help improve relationships and possibly save relationships. So this is my first time being interviewed by a non-sex podcast. This is just kind of a general audience's podcast. I'll have to ask if I have to watch my language and shit.
Oh, wow, that could be challenging. That could be challenging.
I can do it if I need to. It's just it occurs to me that I'll have to consider that.
Yeah, it's hard when you work at when we own a welding shop and fabrication the way we do, and all I hear is F this, F that all day long.
Oh, we're all a bunch of fucking shop rats.
I know.
And it's so cute too, because Shara sometimes is like, she'll hear me swear when I'm talking to a customer, and sometimes she'll be like, oh, "Is it okay for you to be talking like that?" But what she doesn't hear, she's never out on the job site with us.
Well, or no, but when the customers will say, they might say even just shit, or sometimes they say fuck or whatever, and then they'll look at me and they go, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I hear it all day long here in the shop." So. But what I don't, they're always so careful around me.
Right.
So it doesn't matter whether it's on the job site or they're at our shop. They're always so careful around me that's why I wonder. Because,
and the rule in sales, because you always want to be able to connect with your customers as well as possible. The rule in sales is let the customer set the pace for language. Mm-hmm. Just because somebody does. Just because somebody says shit doesn't mean you can start going all double motherfucking everything, But you let the customer set the pace, and then you can, develop a relationship with them.
Develop. I don't mind developing relationships.
Because I can sell shit, baby.
I know you can. That's right. Let's make that happen this year. Because Shara sees vacation on the horizon for us. So
yeah,
let's make it happen. Oh, and, got new vehicles.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got myself a
JP
Charger
got
RT.
himself his Charger.
I love my Charger. Well, see, you guys don't know, or we probably never talked about this. I used to have a 78 Z28 that I absolutely loved. It was an amazing car. It wasn't super fast, but it was fast enough. It was something that I basically built myself.
Of course, by the time I saw it, it parked on the side of our old building and very run down.
It was run down. It needed work. I couldn't bear to part with it, so I parked it outside our shop, and some cocksucker firebombed it one night.
I still say it was somebody you knew.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was, but I have no evidence to that effect. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's somebody I knew. But from that point on, I was driving a Jeep Cherokee at that time as my primary driver, so that was a 6-cylinder, and then I drove a couple of 4-cylinders, and they've been decent cars, but it's been a long time since I had my own muscle car, and I did not know how long had been the drought or how dark had been the night until I started driving a V8 again.
Can us ladies out there say testosterone? So I get a new car. I decide to go out and save on gas, right? So I get a Lincoln MKZ hybrid. And as I'm driving it,
car.
Thank
It's
you.
fancier than my car.
And as I'm driving it and bringing it into work every day, he's like, "Man, I wish I had a new car." Now, mind you, he was driving a 2013 Avenger. Nothing wrong with it. But very nice car.
I wanted the Charger the whole time, and I wanted
I
the
do.
Charger the whole
Well,
time.
that's why I encouraged you. I kept telling him, "Go get the Charger." Oh, I don't have enough on this car down
Still
yet.
owe too much.
Yeah. But JV decided to go ahead and go down and check it out and see, and it all came together like magic. And
the numbers worked.
They worked, and I'm so glad because I'm not jealous that you're driving around in a Charger because I get to ride in it. So I'm okay with that. And I know eventually, after it gets a little worn out, maybe the seat's worn out or something, that you'll say, "Okay, Shara, now you can actually drive it without me being in it." I know that'll happen. I'm not worried.
Well, it's got like 400 miles on it right now.
I said it, eventually.
I told you can drive it, though.
Yes, as long as you're in the car.
Well.
Yeah, well, I want to be the hot chick in the Charger driving down and going, zoom, zoom, And then the guy looks over at me.
It goes zoom, zoom.
I know. I know it does. You've tested it without me in it down our street at work. He goes, "Oh, yeah." He's driving it down to work.
I became one of the assholes that lights up his tires on our street.
Yeah. This one lady who owns almost all the buildings in our area. She's a sweetheart. Anyway, she says, "Karen, do you have any idea who does all these squeal marks on our streets?" Now I can officially say I know one that has done it. But anyway, the major thing we do have to do is, our medical advisor sent me a message and wanted to know if we christened your back seat yet.
Well, we got it. Yeah, and we'll christen the back seat. We just got to get some towels in there.
I keep waiting. I'm thinking he's going to get the medical pads and...
No, I'm not a 20-year-old driving a beater anymore either. I mean, we're not just going to go spraying jizz all over my nice leather interior and shit.
It's leather. It will clean right up.
No.
I'm just kidding.
It's red leather.
It's red leather, yes. I'm sorry. It's a black Charger RT with red interior.
Blood red leather interior. You can
blood
see it
red.
on Dodge.com. It's sexy.
It is very sexy.
I saw that interior. I fell in love with it. Salesman knew he had me. But he had to make the numbers work out. I made him work for it.
You did. So, anyway, that being said, I do agree with our medical advisor that we better get that thing christened by the weekend.
Okay.
I'll get the towels.
Okay.
Okay. I want to be able to write our medical advisor back and say, hey, guess what? Finally.
All right, well, we have probably rambled on enough for this particular episode.
I agree.
Talking about everything other than sex. Well, we were talking about fucking in the backseat, so I guess that does count.
Oh, I think we talked about sex, and I think that any time a man's hearing about a charger and the testosterone, and then the women understand all about that, and it all equates to sex.
You gotta give the girls more credit. You call yourself Leadfoot Annie.
I do. Well, other people called that to me before.
Right, yeah.
And I didn't argue the point.
Right, yeah.
But that's why I got to...
Just let me drive your... You don't have to be with me when I drive your Charger, do you?
Can you see it now? Here I am, driving down, sunglasses on, the rooftop open.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it too.
I can see it. Yeah, that's why you're going to be supervised.
You should see his eyes right now. Anyway, this has been a fun episode. Like I said, I don't know. There must be something in the air because I am just giggity.
Yep. Well, we officially crested 1 million downloads, so that's
that might be
awesome.
What it is. That might be what it is, because if we make a difference in one person's life, and believe me, we have received so many emails thanking for saving a marriage or whatever, and if you can just save one relationship or make one person happy, or because they say, hey, I'm not a freak.
Quite a number of women have had their first orgasms because of us.
Hey, we have to do what we have to do. So
I'm quite proud of that.
I know you are.
There are women who found the courage to stand up for their own pleasure when they were in relationships where they were getting marginalized because of us, and that's something to be proud of. We have quite a lot to be proud of. We don't necessarily keep to a regular schedule all that well, but
we've been busy with the business,
we have still done a lot of things we can be proud of.
And then there has been major illnesses in my family, and I'm one of those people that believe in stepping up to the plate for family, and so I have to do what I have to do. But you've been great, and you've been gracious and helping out with that as well. So even though and holding down the fort at the shop as well, but you've come to my home to help out with certain situations, and you've been awesome. But anyway, so the thing is, when you see 1 million downloads and then you get an email that says, hey, I shared your podcast with somebody else because they're having a problem, or hey, I love your podcast and I've shared it with several people, and then you hear from other people who say, someone sent me your podcast and it's made a huge difference in my life. That's what I like. I love the fact that somebody else has been able to grow and be a better person or feel better about themselves because of what we're sharing. And it's not just about us. It's the information that you share with us that allows us to get out there. But I do think that we should have a homework assignment about a wooden box and see what happens with some of if you're having trouble in your relationship, or you're having not enough time or not enough sex or whatever, you might find a need.
Then let this be the first time you were assigning homework on your own.
Okay, well, then I say that I urge anybody out there to take the challenge and get that little wooden box, and whether it's for blowjobs or pussy lickings. Maybe there's a woman out there not getting enough pussy lickings.
Blowjobs, pussy lickings, shavings, whatever. Whatever works, whatever you would like to have more of.
Right.
Something you enjoy that you would like to have a little more of.
Right. Even if it's...
But you got to keep it fun. Yeah. You got to keep it light.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we kept it light. I mean, it never really became an issue. It was
never 10 pennies, bitch.
Nope, it never was. But it bothered me, okay? That's all I'm saying. It bothered me. So I said, okay, I got to get this wrapped up and taken down. I can't have all those pennies.
But yeah, so we'll be on the swing set soon. More interviews soon. Good times.
Yeah, so again, thank you for listening, everybody.
Yep, thank you, everybody. Obviously, without your support, we never would have gotten 1 million downloads. That's fucking awesome.
It is. Thank you.
And we're even getting better market penetration.
Oh, I love that word, penetration.
In difficult places, or places where sexuality is a difficult thing, such as Iran.
I know. Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Or how about Washington being a top number?
Oh, yeah, that's something interesting, too.
Those politicians, we love you.
Yeah, during our hiatus, Washington, we may have mentioned this in the last episode, but Washington, D.C. has jumped to our biggest market, like more downloads in Washington, D.C. than the state of California.
Telling you.
And we're pretty good in California.
Who knows? Monica Lewinsky might want to join in that penny game.
Well, there isn't a penny there isn't a coin with Bill's face on it yet, though.
No. And I don't want one of those because I have my own visuals.
All right, well, enough. We'll sit here talking forever.
Okay.
So, thank you very much, everybody. We love you guys.
Yep. Thank you very much, and thanks for listening.
Yep. This be JV and Shara reminding you that sex is one of the greatest things in life, and there is always room for better.
Always.